So, while Ruben is out filming something new and something that's recently launched, I took Harry and I took the other way out in search of something rare, something a little exclusive, something a bit old school. And this is what we stumble upon. So what I'm sat in right now is not your regular 3 Series. It's not a 320D, it's a 330i. And you know, when somebody buys a 330i, it's not for things like fuel economy and practicality. Although practicality might be a thing, but fuel economy certainly not. You buy this car for the driving experience, the drive and the driving experience. And I've heard a lot about this engine, like all my years. I've heard what it's capable of and how good it feels. And I had my expectations set high. And after being behind the wheel today, I can finally say that my expectations have been blown away. So now, what I'm sat in is no ordinary 330i as well. It's Goa's first, one of two M Sports, but the only one with a front splitter and a rear diffuser. And trust me, it's one hell of a looker. I mean, just look at it from the outside. So you look at this car on the outside and you have this all black theme going on apart from the chrome grille. But apparently the owner is a huge fan of black. Somebody once told him that once you go black, you don't go back. But speaking about the design language of this car, I'm a huge fan of this generation of the 3 Series, plainly because it was nice and sharp and edgy compared to the generation that's currently on sale, which feels a little bulky, like it has put on weight. So I really like the design language of this. You have all aggressive lines like all around the car. You have curves in just the right places. And the thing that stands out about this particular 3 Series is, of course, that front splitter and rear diffuser. So if this car passes by you, you will definitely want to turn your head and like give it a look. It just looks that good. So now when you step on the inside of this car, there's even more black. So whatever was silver, well, most of it has turned black. So that's enough to tell you that there's like 50 shades of black going on with this car. Now you step on the inside and like there's physical buttons instead of screens. Yes, there is one single screen up there and like one small little screen for the air conditioning. So that's fine. But I'm a huge fan of all the little keys and the analog dials. I mean, like, you know that now they have all gone digital, and I'm not a big fan of the rev counter that they have now, and even the speedo and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of what I'm looking at right now. You have a physical needle, you have a proper analog dial, and I really like that. This is proper old school for me. Now, even if you look at the cabin on the inside, the material is top notch. It's got all squidgy bits here and there. Yes, there are a few plasticky bits, but by no means it feels cheap. Now, the best part of the interior for me has to be the steering. Now, I'm a huge fan of the E46 3 Series generation, so to speak, but in terms of the best steering wheel, if I had to pick one best M Sport steering wheel, it has to be this one. And yes, it's one hell of a looker, not just from the outside. Even when you look at the steering wheel, you know that you're driving this, you're catching this in your hand. Oh well, I'm just getting speechless. That's all I have to say. So now the party piece of this car has to be the engine. Yes, sadly it's no longer the straight sixes that used to come back in the day, but this turbo petrol 2 liter throwing down 250 PS and 350 Newton meters of torque is by no means a slouch. I mean, when you have a 0 to 100 time of just over 5 seconds and roads like this to drive, I mean, you're not going to be doing like 300 kilometers an hour. It's more than enough, it's plentiful, and that shows. I mean, you put your foot down and this thing will just keep pulling right up till 260. I mean, it's not going to slow down, but you have to have the balls to do that. And yes, this being just a 2 liter, it has the pops and the crackles and the bangs and whatever, the fancy stuff and all the sports car stuff. But what I really like about this engine is that on the lower revs, like even at like idle and you just throttle, like feather throttle it a bit, it has a muscle car rumble to it, and I've never experienced that in a car before. Now obviously I've not driven like a proper American V8 or something like that, but I have seen like numerous videos. I have heard a muscle car in a reality, not driven it, but this feels like that rumble, that grunt, that low end grunt. It's not a smooth track. It's that the breakup track, the blah 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 blah, and it's super sweet to hear. I've never experienced that in my life, and like experiencing that feeling for the first time, it's something very unique. It's something very special, and I'm very happy that I've got a chance to do that. And my first muscle car being a German one. So now I like the way the power is delivered in this car. Like it has the performance to throw you into the seat. It's very different from like other cars that I have driven in the past. It's raw, it's brute force. You can feel that, like whenever you throttle it down, you can feel the prop shaft twisting, and you feel the brute force that throws you into the back seat. And it's nice. It's nothing like I've ever driven in the past. And yeah, now if you keep it in comfort mode, yeah, it's like your normal daily driver. It's very comfortable, even while being a sporty car. Now it's the M Sport, so you have your stiffened up and lowered suspension, and you have all those bits. But if you want it to be soft, it can be soft. But the best part is to put it in sport mode, throw it in manual, use the paddles, and let all hell break loose. That's all I can say. Now BMW is known to make drivers cars, and this speaks that, this shows what it's made of, what it's capable of. Now if I were to compare something like a Octi 245, I mean, this feels like a step up. This feels like a whole different game. Now yes, it has that has a 2 liter, this has a 2 liter, but the characteristics of this car are much different. Now if I were to be cheesy and say some cheesy lines, I would feel like saying, like, the way that engine feels, it's like there's a beast living in there. It's just waiting to pounce on you, and like the moment you step down, go full throttle, it wants to stretch its rear legs and just pounce on you. And trust me, that rear end can get very lively, and if you're not careful, it can bite, and it can bite very bad. So what's my final take on this car? Well, by the way I've been mumbling and stumbling, you must like already know that I'm in love with this car. But looking at how today's BMWs go, the way they look, yeah, I think this will probably go down as one of the best 3 Series that ever came out. And if you ever have an opportunity to buy one, even a 320D, I think you should just close your eyes and go for it. And if you're looking at a 330i that's up for grabs, you're looking at a collector's piece right there.